Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? I am here for your slow flow class this morning. I lost my train of thought there for a second. It's a good thing I'm getting on the mat. Anyway, so yeah, this is pretty much for any levels. I'm going to be cueing you to protect your back, to protect your knees. So if you're new to yoga, you can still join the class. Just listen to your body first and foremost, and have fun and breathe. 3 rules: breathe, have fun, and listen to your body. Okay, let's get going. And again, more than likely you're going to be seeing my little monkey chief running around. He likes to bother me while I'm practicing, so we're going to give it a shot while I'm filming today. All right, enjoy the class. So we're going to go ahead and just get right into it. Starting in a standing position at the front of the mat. We're going to start with some sun salutations, integrate a few standing postures, and then move down to the floor for some yumminess. All right, so standing at the front of the mat. Get rid of this. All right, palms together before the heart center, tail anchored. Just take a deep breath. Feel yourself here right now.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. And we'll take a deep inhale, raising those arms high above the head. On the exhale, soften the knees, forward fold, coming all the way down. Deep inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step both feet back to an upper push-up or plank position. Drop the knees to the floor, lower down, knees, chest, and chin, and then drop the hips to protect that low back. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Exhale, home to downward facing dog. And breathe. And breathe. Breathing here. On your exhale, look forward. Step both feet back all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spread your wings, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, right back in. Knees soften, back stays flat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step both feet back. Find that strong plank pose, that upper push-up position. Feel the power in the core. And drop knees down. Chest and chin follow, Ashtangasana. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Let's take a breath here. Making sure those shoulders are pulled away from the ears. We want to have giraffe necks, not turtlenecks. Deep inhale, and on the exhale, through hands and knees to downward facing dog. And breathe. Fingers are spread wide. Feet are hip distance apart. Breathing here. Just relaxing the neck. On your inhale, both feet step forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Spread your wings. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, all the way back down. We're going to do one more just like that. Take a deep inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, both feet step all the way back. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Exhale, home to the dog. Breathe here. On your next exhale, both feet come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deep. Inhale, bring the arms up. Belly button, inhale, ankles to the earth. Shoulders relax. And we smile because this is our favorite pose in the world. Breathing here. Strong pores. Bring the palms together. Forehead, heart, and forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sit both feet all the way to the back. Breathe here. Strengthening that core. Drop knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Exhale, home to the dog. Let's bring that right foot all the way to the front of the mat. Left foot is about 45 degrees, and we're going to come into a standing position for our warrior one. Both hips facing forward. Kind of adjust there. Take your time. Shoulders drop down. Even pull the shoulders down here. Bringing the arms up. Arms can be apart or together, whatever feels most natural for you. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. Heart is open. And we breathe. If you're comfortable, you can look up. Breathing here. And release down. We're going to open up to warrior two. So we're just going to adjust those feet. Right foot is pointing towards the front of the mat. Left foot towards the side of the mat. And we're going to drop that left hip down. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms extend. Palms up, palms down. That helps open up the shoulders and the heart. And then we look past the tips of the fingers. And we smile and we breathe. Something fun I've been incorporating into my practice is actually being the warrior on the battlefield. So I pick up my sword and I pick up my shield and I pick up my sword. And I feel that inner warrior goddess within me. I look out on that battlefield and notice those things in my life that I get to acknowledge and overcome. And then I lay down my sword, lay down my shield, and reach back, surrendering, opening, and breathing. And on the exhale, coming back, straightening that right leg, preparing for Trikonasana or triangle pose. We're going to straighten the legs, make sure the heel is dissecting the arch, swing the hips back, and while we want the legs straight, we don't want the knees locked. So we want to roll those inner thighs out. So the hips swing back, and what our main objective here is to keep that side of the body long and open. So the hips swing back, reaching the rib cage away from the hips. And it matters more about keeping the spaciousness in the torso rather than going all the way down and losing that integrity. I like to keep my hand right here to keep those hips back. Remind me to lengthen through that side of the torso. And sometimes I do get to do a little stretch forward and come back. So I got a little hitch in my back. Opening to the front. And then releasing the hand down and up. Relaxing that right shoulder and breathing here. And then we're going to use that left arm to pull us all the way up. And caterpillar those right toes a little further away so we can bend that knee and have that knee protected. We're going to rest the elbow on the knee, again, creating as much space in the torso, so dropping that rib cage down so we're not rounded up here. We want to drop that down, creating a nice long angle. And then looking back past the armpit, taking a nice deep breath. This is side angle pose, I also like to call it. Do I need a shower pose? Ha! And breathing here. That nice long side angle. And then we're going to take that left arm, sweep it in front of the face, coming back up to your warrior two. And release the arms down. Bringing the toes in so we're slightly pigeon-toed here. Anchoring the tail down, creating that nice long spine. Bending the knees softly and forward folds. And all the way down with a nice flat back. And you can keep your hands on your knees if you need to. Or if it's available to you, dropping your hands all the way to the floor. Keeping the knees slightly bent and folding down. Just relaxing the neck and head, keeping those shoulders back. Kind of stretch out, listening to your body. Where do you need to stretch? Does it feel good to rock back and forth, stretching those inner thighs? And we'll bring the hands back up to the knees. Inhale, halfway, exhale here. Inhale all the way back up, nice flat back. And we're gonna come back facing the front of the mat. Making sure those hips are square with the front of the mat. Both legs are straight and unlocked, so the knees are soft. We're gonna place the hands right on the low back. Just find yourself a little stretch back. This is a nice little balancing pose. And then lift that heart up with the inhale and rainbow that heart out as far as you can, keeping that spine nice and long. Breathing here. You want to make sure that your feet are at least hip distance apart, so you're not standing on a tight wire. Nice stretch through here. Release the hands down. And then allow yourself to fold just a little bit deeper, keeping that left hip reaching forward. Relax the neck and head. And breathe here. And we'll place the hands down on the mat. Step back a little bit. And we're going to take that right leg straight up in the air. Open it up here. And bring the right knee to the right elbow. I like to call this lizard pose. Breathing here. And we'll slide that knee down to the outside of the wrist for pigeon pose. So you want to make sure that knee is right on the edge of the mat and glance back and make sure that extended leg is parallel to the side of the mat. This ensures that your hips are square. Just kind of settling in. And then staying here if this is a challenge for you. And if it is available to you, then just slowly lowering down, forehead to the floor. And focus on the breath, allowing those exhales to release the tension in those hips. find that really taking my time in these deep stretches is really, really juicy. And I feel the moment I want to come out, that's when I get to take a deep breath and stay a little bit longer. And I notice an even more powerful release in the muscles. It's like when I actually surrender to the pose. So we will be spending some yummy time in these deep stretches following the standing postures. And now we will come up. Had a couple good releases there. And just stretching open the front of the body. Palms down. Tuck that back toe. And we'll push straight back. Right leg down, left leg up. Just stretching through that right leg. And both legs down. Inhale forward into plank pose. And drop knees, chest and chin. Taking your vinyasa. Inhale, open. And exhale, home to the dog. On your next exhale, we are going to step that right foot forward and come all the way to a standing position. And then just pivot. Finding our warrior one on the opposite side. Hi, pumpkin. So again, we're going to adjust those hips. Reaching the right hip forward. Left knee is directly over that left ankle. Lengthening through the spine, arms come up. However you did it on the other side, arms apart or together, whatever works best for you. And we breathe. And opening up to warrior two. So we're going to adjust the feet, heel to arch. Bending that left knee so it's directly over the ankle. One thing to really watch with the knees here is to make sure when we've got the knee bent that it's not folding in. A lot of times it'll want to, and I've seen this on almost everybody across the board, including myself. So we want to open that knee up. Sometimes just using the hand and opening it up will help protect that knee. And the reason for it is it might not do damage right now, but down the line, if we allow that muscle to form like this, where it's in and not building the muscle evenly around the knee, that's when it'll lead to injury down the road. So we want to be safe and take those precautionary measures. And we're going to drop that right hip down so we're aligned through the spine. Arms come up. Let's just pull down those shoulders real quick. Arms come up. And we glance out. Finding the breath, finding that warrior goddess within us. And breathe. And again, let's grab our shield, grab that sword. Feel the power that resides within you. Feel the compassion that resides within you. All warriors not only are courageous, but compassionate, as well as fierce. And we set the sword down, bring the shield back, opening up, breathing here, and then releasing. Bringing the feet in just a little bit closer if you need to for triangle pose, Trikonasana. So again, we're going to take those hips, swing them back. So once again, we're keeping the space in the torso. So the legs are straight but active, so we don't want to bend those knees. We just rotate that inner thigh out. And it activates the leg, protecting the knee. Hips swing back. And we're reaching that left rib cage out over the leg. Lifting and opening the heart at the same time. And reaching down, you can push those hips back. Finding that space on the left side of the torso. Extend out, extend up. Relax that left shoulder. And breathe here. Feel the space in the torso. If it feels like everything's crunched up and there's no space there, it is. So lengthen through that torso. Even if you're only coming down this far, the opening in the lengthening will come with time. But if you're new to yoga or just beginning, it's better to be here than here. This isn't cool. And there's no benefits there. So we're working it through the torso here. Yes. And we're going to use that right arm to pull us all the way up. Caterpillar those left toes back out just a little bit so we can bend that knee. Keep it above the ankle or behind. Elbow on the knee. And again, working towards lengthening through the torso so that left rib cage is pulling away and down. And we bring that right arm up for side angle pose. Looking back past the armpit and breathing deeply. And always smiling. Yes. Couple more breaths here. And now we're going to take that right arm, sweep it in front of the face, allow it to pull us right back up into Warrior Two. Take a deep breath. And exhale, release. And bringing the toes back in so they're slightly pigeon-toed. We're going to bend those knees deep, anchor the tail down, pull that belly button in towards the spine, and fold forward with a nice flat back. And again, if your flexibility is, you're still gaining your flexibility, keep your hands on your knees to ensure that that back stays flat. Otherwise, you can drop down to the floor. Deep breath in, exhaling down. So each inhale is going to lengthen the spine. Each exhale is going to raise those sit bones, taking you deeper. And apparently Chief's telling us a story right now. Breathing here. Let's add a nice twist here. So let's place the right hand down directly below the heart. Bring the left arm up. Focusing on lengthening the spine. If you've got the flexibility and want to take this deeper, you can reach over and grab that left foot. Breathing deep here. And switch sides. Either keeping it in the middle, really focusing on the twist, or taking it over to the side for a little deeper twist, deeper stretch. Always focusing on the breath. And coming back to center. And again, just allowing the body to move whatever way it needs. Listen to where you need it. Do you need another couple side stretches here? Roll your neck. Hands on the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way back up. All right. And now we're going to pivot the feet. So we're facing the opposite direction as we did before. Actually, let's not do that. Let's pivot back, come back to the front of the mat, and then step back with that right foot. So we're again facing the front of the mat. Keeping both hips forward. And make sure those feet are at least hip distance apart. Hands on the low back. Find a nice little back bend. Knees are soft. Good. Inhale, lift that heart up and rainbow that heart way out over that left leg. Coming down, keeping the back flat. Tucking the chin slightly so the spine stays nice and long. Keeping those shoulders back. Watching the breath. And release the hands down. Just allowing you to take it a little bit deeper. Keeping that head and neck relaxed. And placing both hands down. Stepping the right foot back. Coming up. Bringing that left leg up in the air, opening it up. Breathing here, roll that ankle a little bit. And then we're going to identify the right knee and the left knee and the left elbow. And bring that left knee to the left elbow. I call this lizard pose. And breathe. And slide that knee down to the outside of the left wrist for pigeon pose. So again, we want that knee on the edge of the mat, not in the center of the mat. We want to be able to open up the hip area. Glance back at that back leg. Make sure it's parallel to the mat. This is going to ensure that our hips are parallel to the front of the mat, creating the best open area. And I like to come back into a little bit of a back bend here. And then again, just going down as far forward as you can. I did forget to mention on the other side, if you've got knee issues, you can do this lying on your back. And actually, I'll probably do that on Friday, so to show you the options. So lying on your back and doing all of this in a much safer way for your knees. All right, so we're going to come down and breathe here. And again, we're going to take a little bit of time here. And when you notice resistance, when you notice you want to get out, that's the perfect opportunity to breathe deeper and feel that extra release. Okay? Slowly bring yourself up. Get a little stretch for the front side of the body. Hands down. And push back up. Left foot down. Bring the right foot up. Just allow that left leg to open and stretch. And then both feet down. Inhale forward into your plank. And slowly lower all the way down. Now you can do a back bend of your choice. I usually like to do bow pose here. If that's not available for you, you can just stay here in a baby cobra or Supergirl pose, putting your arms out and coming up, whatever you'd like to do. And Chief, watch out. All right, so back bend of your choice. Breathing into it. And release. Slide your hands back in front of the knees. Push yourself up. And let's bring the legs out in front of us. We're going to grab those tushies and walk the sit bones back. Pulling the toes back towards the hips. We want to activate the legs. Shoulders right over the hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, reach that heart forward. So it's very important when we're doing forward folds to keep that spine long. So we're going forward like this rather than like this. I have found that, well, what I know is doing this leads to low back injuries and pain, but it also it isn't effective in stretching the hamstrings. So we can get a deeper stretch, keeping the spine straight right here, than we can laying down all around it. Does that make sense? All right, so we're keeping that back flat. Arms can be out of the picture. You can even use your arms to lift and push the heart upwards and forwards. Keeping the chin slightly tucked. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, release. So, and again, if you've got the flexibility and can lie down on your legs, feel free to take it deeper. Just really be cautious. Be of the integrity of the back. We want to keep that spine nice and long. And release all the way up. Let's bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Again, we're going to keep that extended leg active so the toes are pulling back, the foot is flat, just as if you were standing on the ground. We're going to inhale, lift that heart. Exhale, reach that heart forward. Oh, yeah. Up. Let's take that bent knee, bring it up. We're going to cross it over. And sitting up nice and tall, hug that knee with the opposite arm. Inhale tall. Exhale, gently twist. Each inhale lengthens the spine. Each exhale takes you deeper into your twist. And release, coming all the way around. Take a little bow as a counter twist. And then we'll switch legs. Right leg extended. Watch out, Chief. Left leg comes in. Activate that extended leg. Walk the tushy back. Inhale, lift that heart. Exhale, reach the heart forward. Spine is long. Breath is doing the work for us. Chin is slightly tucked, keeping the cervical region of the neck in alignment with the rest of the neck. Breathing here. This is Chief's favorite part of the practice, when he gets to snuggle with me while I'm stretching. Is that funny? Is that funny? And inhale, coming all the way back up. We're going to take that bent knee again, bring it up, hug it with the opposite arm. Inhale, tall, exhale, and twist, looking back over that shoulder. Use each breath. Inhales, lengthen, reaching the crown of the head up. Exhales, take you deeper into that spine. And release, coming all the way back around, taking a little counter twist. And back up. Let's see, how are we doing on time? All right, let's up, down. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet in. Sitting up nice and tall. Keeping the spine long. If it's available, you can reach forward. Giving yourself a little foot massage here. Adjust it. If you do have a bolster or a rolled up blanket or a pillow, you can set that behind you now. Lengthwise. Good. And then we'll just go back onto that support. If it's comfortable to keep your legs in this position, go ahead and keep them there. Otherwise, you can straighten them out. Just allowing the upper body to open. Feeling gravity beginning to take over. And take a deep breath in. Exhaling as you bring yourself back up to a seated position. And we'll set that bolster or blanket aside. Coming back onto your backs. Just kind of roll back and forth a couple of times. And staying on your back, keeping the knees into the chest. Arms go out to the side. Palms face down. Drop your knees to one side. Eyes look to the opposite side. And switch sides. And back to center for that final resting pose, Shavasana. Legs are extended, mat width apart. Arms are at your side, palms face up. And close your eyes and just feel the body surrendering to the pull of the earth. Just allow the breath to take over. allow your breath to deepen. Gently begin to move and stretch the body.
Okay, go.
When you're ready, bring yourself back up bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. And taking a deep breath in. And I want to thank you for watching this morning. It is super exciting for me to be able to be here and offer this to you. And as crazy as it sounds, I am thankful for the social distancing and self-quarantining, because this has been what has pushed me forward to doing this, because I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and now I am. So, sounds weird, but thank you, coronavirus. Anyway, again, with everything that's happening, I am gladly accepting donations. I have put my Venmo and PayPal information in the post itself. I'm Venmo at Kim Has Yoga and PayPal Kim at tropicyoga.com. So if you received any value from this at all, please consider donating to the cause. And it feels kind of good going back to donation, because I'm back to my roots. That's where I started. I started teaching yoga in Mexico by donation. When I taught at Dockside in Marathon, Florida, in the Keys, I taught by donation. And it just feels good. So give what you can, and help keep this yoga instructor supported financially. All right, we've got about one more minute. Let's take a moment to just close our eyes together. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And sending you the most love and the most gratitude that my heart can give today. Namaste, and thank you again for joining.